Yo guys, what's going on here? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Now in today's video guys, I'm going to be bringing you a great run defense in Madden 21. Now quickly guys, if you have not checked out my most recent videos, they are going to be in the top right of the screen right now in the card. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's move into the pre-play adjustments here for this run defense. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to be moving into the pre-play adjustments here. Now in terms of your coaching adjustments, you really don't have to make any changes here as you're not going to be using zones or anything like that. Now, in terms of the play today, we are going to be running out of the nickel 3-3-5 will formation in the New York Jets defensive playbook, and the play is going to be this cover one linebacker blitz. Now in the pinned comment down below, it's going to have all of the playbooks that this play is in. So in terms of the play, in terms of the personnel, what you want to do is, first of all, you want to make sure your best players are on the field, which they are right now. And then the second thing you want to do is you want to sub in your two fastest safeties at these two linebacker spots right here. Now, in terms of this here, we do have Ashton Davis and Campbell, who both have 92 speed, so they'll do a pretty good job here. And one of them is going to be your user on this play. Now, in terms of this here, we're going to be running cover one linebacker blitz. Now, quickly, I do want to preface that if you want to run this run defense, I would recommend running it against shotgun formations, as if you're running it against I form or against single back, you're going to be really mismatched, and it's not really going to be too great. So if your opponent is running single back or I form, I'd recommend going to a formation like 3-4 bear or something along those lines. So we're just going to run cover one linebacker blitz. And on offense, we're going to be running gun bunch, tight end, inside zone. So in terms of this right here, the first thing we're going to do in this setup is we're going to be pressing our defense, which is going to be wind down the left stick. You're going to see that the cornerbacks are going to come down. And then we also have that safety. He's going to move over to this spot right here. Basically, this is going to help better against the run. Then the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to shade over the top, which is going to be wind up on the right stick. This is going to be very beneficial for you, as if you go and do this, then it's going to reduce your chances of getting beat on a streak and whatnot. Then the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to pinch our defensive line, which is going to be left in the D-pad, down on that left stick. You're going to see that these defensive linemen are going to come in now, and they're going to sort of take away the inside a little bit. And then the next thing we're going to do, and the last thing we're going to do out of this defense here, or the second to last thing we're going to do, is we are going to be slanting our defensive line outside, which is left in the D-pad, up on the right stick. And then the last thing now is we're just going to blitz all linebackers, which is right in the D-pad and down the right stick. So basically right here, this is going to be the full setup for the run defense. Now, an optional adjustment you could do is you could actually throw the safety that's in a deep half. You could throw him into a spy, which is going to be double tapping the Y button, pressing A, and flicking that right stick to left. But in this case here, we're just not going to do that, just to make sure that we have coverage. So what we're going to do here with our user player is we're going to be standing right in the middle here, about 5 yards away from the center, and then we're going to shoot the gap right through the center of the offensive line. So we're just going to hike the ball. You're going to see we end up shooting the gap right there. And you see that he really does not get any yards. Now, this is on All-Pro on Madden, so on the offense, so it is going to be a little easier for the CPU to break tackles, but pretty much we're just going to run the setup again. We're going to press our defense, shade over the top, pinch defensive line, slant outside, and blitz all linebackers. Now, if you want as well, you can pass commit, which is right bumper and up on the right stick. This will just give you better block sheds and better, just overall better protection if your opponent were to run a pass play. So pretty much here, what we're going to do, just hover in this gap. We're going to hike the ball. You're going to see Ashton Davis shoots the gap right through the center, and you see that we're able to make a pretty easy tackle if we click off. Now, if you have a player like Jamal Adams or Bobby Wagner, you can go for a hit stick at your own risk if you're very good at doing hit sticks and doing it accurately. But then, by all means, do it, and you might be able to force a fumble and get your ball back. But pretty much, that is going to be the main setup for the run defense. Now, in terms of a coverage adjustment, really, it's not really too complicated. Pretty much just run like the same setup. And although what we would do is throw like this left side linebacker right here. We're going to throw him into like a bluff blitz, which is double tapping the right D-pad, pressing X, and flicking that right stick to the right. So pretty much right here, we just have a bit of coverage on the field. Let's say my opponent tries to go with a little PA blue over action. So we're going to block the running back, delay fade the tight end, and pretty much we're just going to hike the ball. You're going to see you're trying to cover everything you can, and we actually are able to get pretty quick pressure, and we're able to get a sack on that play. So that's just a little bit of a coverage adjustment you guys can go ahead and throw in there if you see your opponent is audibling out of those shotgun runs into passes. So guys, it's going to pretty much do it here for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button. The stretch past 5 likes. All support is very appreciated. Guys, take care, but most importantly, stay classy.